Now let us discuss the advantages of this partnership business thing. First one is easy formation. See, this partnership business can be easily started, so it needs a very lesser legal formalities when compared to other type of organizations. See, the partners can enter into a contract which can be oral or written, and that is not at all compulsory. Registration of a partnership is also optional, and if they want they can register, otherwise they can continue on the mutual agreement and consent. Next one is availability of larger resources. As you all know, children, minimum is 2 and maximum is 10 and 20, as it depends upon the business organization. So the capital would be larger when compared to the capital invested by the sole trader. So with the more that is the if the amount of capital is larger, then they can expand their business greater extent. That is, the combined capital of all the partners and the greater borrowing capacity make available the larger financial resources. So the expansion is also easily done. Next one is benefit of consultation. We all know, children, two heads are better than one. So they have the benefit of consulting with each others, and though one who is expert in certain thing may advise others about the business without taking any hasty decisions and wrong decisions. The consultation would help them to improve to earn more profit. Then division of work and greater managerial efficiency. See, when 4 or 5 persons are there in a firm, means they could divide the works among themselves, which would be very helpful for each other. For example, one person may look after the purchases, another sales, yet another will take care of the accounting formalities and the tax formalities, whatever it is. So it is under someone else would take the marketing area. So in which they are expert and in which they have the interest, they can divide the work among themselves. This division of labor or division of work will improve the greater managerial efficiency. Then reduced risk. See, each partner is responsible for the profit and loss and other activities of the business, and all will be very careful in carrying out the business activities, though risk is comparatively lesser than the sole proprietorship, and probably the risk is shared by all partners. Next one is unlimited liability and the credit standing. See, this partnership firm has the unlimited liability. That is, if any loss is suffered, then the creditors may sue their personal properties of the partners also. This is an important advantage thing for this partnership firm, because the loans and the creditors or financial institutions may offer larger amount of loan for these people if they pledge their own assets and other things for borrowing purposes. Safeguard of the minority interest. So each and every partner should get the consent of all others before taking any decisions in the business. So decisions, that is controversial decisions are not accepted. Safeguard the minority interest. That is, for all the vital matters, unanimous consent of each and every partner is required. So no person can take his own decision which will affect the firm. Then easy dissolution. As the formation is also easy, the dissolution of the firm is also very easy. So they can easily dissolve the partnership firm if all the partners have agreed within the 14 days of notice given by a partner. No legal hurdle is there for dissolving the firm. Now let us discuss in detail the disadvantage of this partnership business. First one is lack of harmony. See, listen, at first everything would be smooth and congenial relationship would prevail among the partners, but as the days pass on, some controversies may arise among themselves regarding all the decision makings and other things. And if any unwanted loss occurred, and each would be blaming others. So this would be a very great disadvantage in this type of business. Absence of legal status under instability. So listen, this partnership firm has no separate legal existence. For example, if any partner suffers from any sickness or attained any that is insolvency or lunacy, whatever it is, it will affect the other persons also. Thereby, the partnership firm will also be affected. Limited resources. See, the minimum number is 2 and maximum is 10 and 20. So, this type of firms could not expand beyond certain limits, like a public limited company or a private limited company. It could not expand itself. So, the capital contribution would be somewhat limited, and within that thing only they have to perform their activities. Then limited risk taking. In view of danger of unlimited liability, all the partners would be overcautious in taking bold decisions and other things, because it would affect their personal properties also. So normally they do not want to assume risks starting new ventures. Risk of implied authority. If one person is fraudulent or doing some unwanted business means it would affect the other partners also. So every partner can bind the firm and his partners by its acts. Lack of public confidence. As its accounts need not be audited and published, it lacks public confidence. Children, so far we have discussed the advantages as well as the disadvantages of the partnership. So let us recall quickly. The advantages are easy formation, availability of larger resources, benefit of consultation, division of work and greater managerial efficiency, reduced risk, unlimited liability and credit standing, safeguard of the minority interest, easy dissolution. Whereas the disadvantages of the partnership are lack of harmony, absence of legal status and instability, limited resources, limited risk taking, risk of implied authority, and lack of public confidence.